and welcome to Culture here on I-24 News. I'm Lid Grober. Thank you for joining me. Today we dedicate our show to Israeli Jewish artists to connect to their Arab roots through music. With me in the studio is our music expert Daniel Campos, who's going to lead us through this phenomenon in the world of music. Thanks for coming in, Daniel.
You're welcome, Oded. Indeed, we're going to have a great pleasure of exploring some wonderful artists who we can say have been peaking in these last few years. And they've done something incredible. They've actually overcome barriers, existing barriers. They've established friendships in the Arab world, whether through social media or even meeting fans of theirs in shows in Europe or abroad. And in some cases, some of these musicians we're going to meet are actually going and performing in an Arab country. And they're more than welcome to participate, to perform in festivals.
It's quite incredible, and this has been growing and growing, and it's thanks to technological advancement, as you mentioned, social media and stuff like that. But also, there's a social meaning to it, because often these are people that grew up listening to this kind of music at home, but they're coming back to a culture that their parents or grandparents actually were trying to get away from. Am I right?
Absolutely. In some cases, and others we can say, especially when we speak about the Yemenite Jews, they've been very proud. And also, we could also say Moroccan Jews at home, in the synagogue. In the case, for example, we're going to start with Ravid Kahani, who actually would sing in synagogue. His parents taught him how to sing in order to perform religious Yemenite prayers. So,
he ended up forming a band called Yemenite Blues, am I right?
Yemen Blues, correct.
Yemen Blues.
And they performed all over the world. Some jazz fusion arrangements with soul, with funk, a little bit of everything in the mixture, and they're doing great.
All right, so David Gombin met with them not long ago. Let's take a look at the story.
It is a rare moment and a bit utopian in Israel. We are at Wonder Bar, a center of nightlife of the port city of Haifa. This city may well be one of the most tolerant ones, where Jews and Arabs gather to listen to music together.
הליינאפ של ימן בלוז הוא מלכתחילה מכוון הכי לקהל שהולך להיות פה היום. אז אני מאמין שהם ייהנו, וגם עם השירים של האלבום החדש.
Yemen Blues, led by its charismatic singer Ravid Kahani, sings songs in Yemenite Arabic, a formula that has stirred audiences in festivals worldwide, and tonight is no exception. Born into a family of Yemenite immigrants, Ravid was born in Israel, but he always felt more comfortable singing in Arabic.
Even though I was speaking Hebrew all my life, and my father never spoke to me Arabic, because they stopped talking Arabic when they arrived to Israel. So I always had the Yemeni dialect as they had it in Yemen. So for me to sing in Arabic is much more natural than singing even in my own language.
Growing up, Ravid was passionate about African music, from soul to R&B, including, of course, the blues. But the incredible fusion of Yemen blues is the result that comes from his encounter with African music.
North African music and West African music actually changed everything in my mind, or actually opened my eyes in the music world, in my music world.
Yemen Blues has an eclectic fusion project initiated by experienced musicians with diverse origins. A variety that is experienced in these sounds, which are not easy to define.
Especially in Yemen Blues, there are no rules with making the music. There are the core people that are developing the sound of Yemen Blues, which is Itamar Doari, Ronnie Ivrin, Shanir Blumenkranz from New York, from Uruguay, from Tel Aviv. We're really all over the place, and these musicians brings their own life and their own experience and their own influences into the music.
One of the key founders of Yemen Blues is famous jazz bassist and oud player Omer Avital, who brought his musical arrangements to their highly praised debut album. This second album includes outstanding collaborations with international musicians such as French rapper Oxmo Puccino.
He's a huge soul, and he's bringing a lot of real hope into any situation.
2015 is a sad year for Yemen. The civil war and the Saudi raids affecting the country did not leave Ravid insensitive.
In Facebook, someone wrote to me, we are here under attack from 5 different countries, and we are very lost and very sad about the situation, and we need hope.
The next song I want to dedicate to Yemen.
A song played by this singer on Facebook and has seen the number of supporters and fans from the Arab world to increase. The dream of unity for Ravid is slowly becoming true.
Well, they definitely have their heart in the right place.
He understands his showbiz. You can see his shoes, the amount of makeup, the crazy hair. He knows what he's doing, you know? He's also adopting, we can say, a little bit of the pop world, bringing it into world music, we can say.
All right, let's leave Yemen behind us. We'll get back to there, but now we're going to Morocco, via Netivot.
Via Netivot, exactly. Well, something about all the artists we're speaking about today, they're all from the periphery. None of them are originally from Tel Aviv. They're all from cities in the outskirts where a lot of Mizrahi Jews settled. And Netivot is known to be a very highly strong Moroccan city.
Yeah, with Neta El Kayam, who's our next subject, is from there.
And she has a lot of following in Morocco, and she's performing there as well. And
now, you met with her?
Absolutely. People really love her. We saw her. We actually experienced her friendship with Moroccans, and they see her as a Moroccan Jew. They don't judge her. They don't care about any politics whatsoever regarding Israel. People love her in Morocco. It's wonderful.
Let's take a look at the story.
Meet Abir El Abid, a Muslim singer from Tangier, Morocco. In her early 20s, she's on her way to becoming one of the leading voices of Arab Andalus music, a style of music which flourished to its maximum splendor between the 12th and 18th century. And this is Neta El Kayam, a Jewish singer from the city of Netivot. Born to Moroccan immigrants in Israel, she's in her 30s. She's currently leading the revival of Maghrebi Jewish Shabi music. This music she performs belongs to a different decade than hers, the 1950s. Raised approximately 5,959 kilometers apart from each other, their friendship is strong, as if they have known each other for many years.
I saw her in videos in YouTube, and it was very incredible because I fell in love in her voice immediately, and I thought to myself, oh my God, like she looks a bit like me, and I love the way she sings, and I wish I could meet her. And then it happened.
Neta and Abir would first meet at the Festival of the Atlantic Andalusian Music in Essaouira in 2013.
J'ai entendu parler d'elle. I had heard of her through people. Personally, I didn't know any Jewish singers, except for old ones. For me, it was a beautiful meeting, and to discover such a voice full of potential, and she is a beautiful, extraordinary person who I really love and consider her as a sister.
Que j'adore énormément, que je considère comme une sœur.
They are both united and committed to honor their Moroccan musical heritage, each one in its respective genre. Abir is drawn to the history and mysticism behind the Arab Andalus musical tradition.
I've chosen to look and discover Arab Andalus music. To sing this music, to even understand what it means, you have to acknowledge that this music has existed for 800 years.
And for Neta, her connection to Xavi comes from her desire to remain connected to her ancestors and her refusal to let go.
Deal with this period of time because I knew my grandmother and I was very attached to her, very close to her. I saw in her behavior something else.
The fourth edition of the Gibraltar World Music Festival provided a platform for Neta and Ravid to meet and perform together. First at the Commonwealth Park, and in the last night of the festival at the Convivencia concert at the St. Michael Cave, along with singer Françoise Atlan. Two sisters performing on stage and enjoying the magical moment, while also delivering a strong historical message.
It's very important to reclaim it back and to ask for some kind of historical justice, to rehear this music, to give it stage on popular contemporary stages and festivals, and that's why I picked this specific old music.
Beautiful story, great work there, Daniel, I have to say. We're going back to Yemen now with the AWA, a group that has become very successful.
And appeals to all hipsters, we have to say. They, what we just saw appeals more like an older audience. AWA, young people really loved them. Their music video, we can say they used the aesthetics of Mia, for example, with the desert and the Jeep and everything. Yeah. People really love their music. They're produced by Tomer Yosef.
Young sisters who formed this group singing Yemenite songs. Not too long ago, I hosted them in the studio. We had a short conversation. Let's take a look. Thanks for coming in. Practically the whole family is here. So let's go back. Tell me how did it get started? How did you get this idea of singing these old traditional songs?
Wow,
Anyone?
Okay. So we started singing at a very young age and performing together. And our grandparents are originally from Yemen. So listening to Yemenite music was something that we always...
It was always present?
It was always present. Home? Yeah, at the home, at weddings, at henna ceremonies. Mm-hmm. And we fell in love with that. Yeah.
It's wonderful. The idea of mixing it with modern sounds, did it come naturally, or was it do you have to work on it to make it fit?
I guess so. Yeah, but naturally. It's more fun. It's naturally, and also I think it's more fun to take something old and give it your own twist, your own touch, and I don't know.
We are influenced by many musical styles, like jazz and hip hop and R&B and reggae.
Probably something Balkan. Also,
exactly.
Your connection with Tomer Yosef. How did it come about?
We contacted him through Facebook, and we are very lucky to be working with him because he's an amazing person and musician, and is more than a producer to us. He's like a mentor and a big brother.
Yeah. Wonderful. Tell me your personal connection to the songs, beyond the fact that you heard it growing up. Where do you find that personal connection?
The songs were created by women in Yemen. So for us, young women to sing those songs, it's like sort of being their voices, their voice.
Exactly,
I mean,
to tell their stories, and we also can relate to these stories as well.
Right, yeah, right.
We sing about
and the audience that comes to your performances, do you think they feel that connection?
I think so.
We hope so.
What kind of reactions are you getting?
People think that it's very exotic, without even understanding, a word. They feel like this is something so sometimes cheerful and sometimes I don't know. They sad and they feel something.
Yeah. I'm sure that the
and they
weight,
dance.
Yeah, they dance.
They dance a lot. Yeah.
Yemenite. Yemenite.
How can?
sweet, sweet girls that also make beautiful music. Campos, thanks so much for your insights, and I'm sure we're going to see more and more of these types of stories. Thank you for watching us as well. I hope you enjoyed our show. We'll say goodbye with some music, as you could expect. Here's Ewa with the Yemenite Rain Song. Bye-bye.
فضلك يا سايق المطر تشكر يا سايق المطر فضلك يا سايق المطر تشكر يا سايق المطر تحمد يا سايق المطر